Hello again, I'm Elizabeth Burke, otherwise known as Betty, and I want to say hi and thank you to all the people who've faithfully come to the bookshop and supported us over all the years, the 40 odd years we've been there, and you're the reason we're still on the street, so thank you. And I'm going to be doing a series of teachings which will come out on our YouTube channel. And we'll have links from our website, goodnewslayton.co.uk. Because I have some things on my heart I want to be able to share. And today, it's about one of my favourite topics, which is giving. Now, giving is quite a challenge, isn't it? And maybe what comes to your mind as well, I do tithing and offering. And that's what I'm used to doing, and that's what I believe the scripture is saying. And yes, that's absolutely fine, because one has to follow what you feel the Lord is saying to you. But the Lord has always challenged me around the book of Acts. Acts chapter 4 from verse 34. And I'm reading from different translations here. It says, all the believers were in one mind and heart. There was no needy people among them. Some who owned houses or land sold them and brought the proceeds to the apostles to distribute, so there was none among them who lacked. Now that's really challenging, isn't it? Because as I've noticed as I look around our churches, lots of people have different lifestyles. Some people are very comfortable and they have a steady income or a pension, or they've got a very good job. And then you have, single mothers who are raising children, which must be very difficult in our present financial circumstances. And so I feel that the Father wants to teach me, he wants to teach me how to be a giver. And of course I love Hebrew, because Tom and I, my husband, we've been learning Hebrew for quite some years now. And to have a giving heart in Hebrew means to have a lev notain, a giving heart. It says in Luke 6:38, give and it will be given to you, pressed down, shaken together, will people put into your bosom. Now, when we're praying for finances, as I'm sure many of us are we expecting the Lord to make currency in heaven, to do quantitative easing, to mess with the currency of our nations? Or does he talk to people and give people maybe a sense of someone that might be in need? And it's not about having a lot of money to be a giver. I have a friend who was telling me some years ago she was on her way to visit someone, a house in which there was children, and the Lord was showing her that they'd run out of juice. So all it cost to be a giver in that situation was £1, £2 to buy a bottle of juice. So we're not talking about a lot of money, but I'm talking about stepping out and maybe having an ear. Lord, is there anyone you want to show me who has a need? Because, I believe the Father really responds to that. And I know someone who had a dream one night, and the Lord showed her this lady, and she had several sons who were all about to start school, and she was working for the Lord, and the couple were living by faith, and these sons needed shoes and school uniform, but they were really tight and strapped for finances, and she's crying out to the Lord. Well, someone dreamt about her and got her name and phoned her up and was very brave and said, I had a dream about you last night, and in that dream I felt the Lord was showing me that you had maybe a financial need. Is that true? And the lady was overwhelmed, and she even was shedding a tear or two, and at the Lord's, responding to her prayer. And so this person was able to supply what she needed. And that's amazing. When we just set our hearts, Lord, give me a giving heart. Let me have a heart that hears the needs of those around me, and show me those that I can be a giving to, because you, Father, are a giver, and therefore you will supply my need. There's a scripture that says, 2 Corinthians 9 says, he who supplies seed to the sower and bread for food will supply and multiply your seed for sowing and increase the harvest of your righteousness. So this is the Father who wants to supply seed that we may sow to other people, because he sees and knows their needs. So it would be really good, ask the Lord to give you a hearing ear, if that's what you would like. In Hebrew, it's a lev notain, a giving heart. So bless your giving heart today. See you again. Bye-bye now.